Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Aims beyond the defence. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's lost his man here. They're urging him to shoot. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Decent chance! He scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And now the breakaway. Now it's Yamal. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Into the channel. He's a sharp little ball here.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Camera. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He is through here. Real chance! Vinicius Junior, can he finish? And one more try! And no mistake! Barcelona are back in business! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Played down the flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Stojkovic! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Camera. Now it's Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Towering header! Oh, the ball's come loose here. De Bruyne. Now it's Bowen. And he's had it nicked away. Carvajal is one whose deliveries we all know about. And here's Stojkovic. And it's Kimmich. And this is back. He's having a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now now they can spring out of defence. De Bruyne. And here's Semenyo. Yamal making good progress on the right-hand side. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And here's Semenyo. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Yamal. Great vision. Now it's Semenyo. Threads one in. Yamal. Van Basten. Chouameni. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely spread. Can he get on the end of this? Swings in across. Saliba attempts it. That's the end of the first 45. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 9, número 5, número 29, número 44, número 6.
And that's the second half started.
Número 17.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
He's chosen to go back. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Vinicius Junior tries to pass it through. De Bruyne. Now it's Rafael Leao. Looking to play him in. Pass is just off target. Robertson. Vinicius Junior looking to add to his goal. Havertz. Oh, it's come loose. Caicedo. Great, and he shoots! And it's in! And they've got their lead back. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Havertz, and he's worked it through. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
De Bruyne, driving forward, looking for the run. Robertson could move up a gear here. Havertz, nice interception, his positioning was spot on. He shifted it to the flank.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Pacho with the clearance.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed... And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Timber looking to provide the solidity his team so need. And it's Timber. Some good work on the right flank here. Can he finish? It's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Looking for options for movement. Kimmich does really well to win the ball there. De Bruyne. Showing good feet. And the finish!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. And the pass is intercepted. Carvajal calmly anticipates. And here's Batistuta, spread it left. Caicedo. For De Bruyne. O'Reilly. O'Reilly running with the ball. Oh, some tackle that. That's a throw. That has ended up in no man's land. Robertson. Raul. Spread out to the left. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's a loose ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's Batistuta. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Pinches it off him. Raul. Now, can they get him away? O'Reilly. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's a throw-in. Oh, good steal, he just read it. That's destined for the flank. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's their second corner of the game. And that's that. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
Señoras y señores,
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So it's away we go then. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
Not the most accurate pass. Howson makes the interception. Ball quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to
Drogba! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Como with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he gets rid in a hurry. Corner number 2 then. And that should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Scholes gets on his bike and on the move. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And the pass is intercepted. Vinicius Junior. Out of play for a goal kick. Swung over. Ooh, can he get onto this? Yamal aims beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. It's Van Basten!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Looking for a runner. Oh, that pass isn't the best. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And he's picked out the run. Oh, that's fabulous. Stoik. Oh, great leap! Goal! Barcelona! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Hazard with the delivery. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Knocks it into space. Hazard. Stojkovic. And here's Vieri! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Drogba. That's going wide left. Nice control. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Carvajal, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That's a cute ball. Kimmich is the team's great visionary. And here's Van Basten. Van Basten. Oh, he's having a go!
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Header comes in! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Gabriel really couldn't have done much better with that. He was under so much pressure.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Como have reclaimed it. Olise picks it up out wide. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. So, third corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. And here's Drogba. Oh, well played. That's good play. He's free, he has got space. It's a searching pass. Well timed, excellent interception. That pass has been well intercepted. That has ended up in no man's land. Zanetti pokes it out wide. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yamal chasing after it. And here's Drogba. And it's Guardiola. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score.
Un minuto de descuento.
Now it's come to nothing. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Barcelona up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Barcelona can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them. And it's 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Barcelona leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Stojkovic. Howson gets across to intercept that. Azar. Olise. And it's Drogba. Drogba. He's having a hit! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Drogba. Hazard. He's found a way through. And the counter-attack is on for Barcelona. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's a sharp little ball here. He has found the way. Stojkovic! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Olise. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Vinicius Junior, and he plays one through. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Now it's Stojkovic. Oh, what a ball! He's having a shot! And that's a good finish. Two up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Stojkovic. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Chance! And it's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Just one in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
The two
9.
coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
17. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 22.
And it's Scholes.
El dorsal 14.
Well, Peter, just see here how
15.
a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Raul. And that's a dangerous chance for a shot! It's in! What an incredible feat! A legendary feat! 200 wasn't enough, nor 300. Now he hits 400. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
He's rising! And he's there to get it away. Pass somewhat off target. Throw in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Raul, played into space. Oh, delightful ball. And that pass just didn't quite work. Azar. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now, can they get him away? Played into space out wide. That has been cut short. Well, that has not gone well. Nicely weighted ball. Raul. Chance, surely! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Kimmich. Can he get it through? No, that's been intercepted. Robertson. Chance here to counter. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Habrá 3 minutos de
Board shows
descuento.
there will be 3 extra minutes. Searching pass he's played there. And the counter is on. Carvajal. And that's it. Barcelona are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them. Van Basten picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator of the ball.
And here's Van Basten. Yamal. Stojkovic! Superb from Stojkovic!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Vinicius Junior providing an outlet on that. Shapes to shoot! And that's a sharp finish. 2-0 and in next to no time. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Oh, that's a key interception. A lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Vinicius Junior. Can he spark a counter here? And this is Van Basten. Here comes... Oh, great leap! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Stojkovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Corner number 2 then. Towering header! Deftly away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Van Basten might just make this. Tries to play it through. Ball looks a good one. Goes for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Ibrahimovic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he's gone back. Chance for a shot! And he makes no mistake. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum is...
It's Van Basten! It's fallen kindly here! And that's a good finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Xabi Alonso, that's a little off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Gerrard. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rivaldo. Serginho. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Stojkovic.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Brilliantly cut out. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Stojkovic. Now it's Yamal. It's a pretty loose pass. And he was quick to react. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Gabriel cuts it out. Spread to the right. Cannavaro. To Gerrard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Serginho. Van Dijk makes the interception.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
That is good alertness. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And it's half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Barcelona claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. And we are back underway. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now it's Yamal. Serginho has found the net here, of course. Nicely weighted ball. Back where it came from. Oh, that was vital. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Tries to dink it through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's been cut out, well played. Now that looks a decent ball. Serginho! Serginho's cross. Oblak deals with that, nice and simple. Robertson. Oh, no joy this time.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Rivaldo. Serginho gets over and intercepts. Serginho. Neymar takes aim and crosses. Rodri is there and he can get that clear.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a
Albert Ferrer. Oh, good spread.
97.559 espectadores.
There's the delivery. Dunk with the clearance. That's a cute ball. Aims beyond the defence. Thinks about the shot. Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Barcelona palpably stronger, better, superior. And he's quick to return it. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Yamal. And it's Stojkovic. Could move up a gear here. Dink through. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Played out wide. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Short changes him with that pass. Stojkovic. And here's the chance to counter. That's a good ball out wide. Kimmich is always scanning the pitch for targets. Stojkovic! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
Barcelona certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Barcelona have their third corner.
El dorsal 13, el dorsal 7, el dorsal 9 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15, el dorsal 14, el dorsal 41, el dorsal 10.
Rodri tries to pass it through. Oh, shooting chance! Well taken goal. This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Impressive jump! It wasn't a great header in the end.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
Cruyff does really well to win the ball there. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good... Here's a chance! And that has faded wide.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Neymar. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Looking for the run. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Probing pass. No, couldn't quite catch up to that. Well, they've got the final touch there. Goal kick's been given.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Barcelona have opted to make another change here, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
Thiago gets his head on it! Without the best in the keeper. It's their second corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. Swings in across. This could be their final throw of the dice. Corner number 3 coming up. Tries to get it clear. And he was alert to it. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. That's a shade optimistic. And he's opted for the long pass. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Looking to play him in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Chance here to counter. Rice. Pass somewhat off target. Rice. Mohamed Salah. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. The end of the game. Reflections?
Barcelona really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Barcelona.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. There's the whistle, and here we go. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Oh, they could break here. Shevchenko. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man? Neymar! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Neymar just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, nice touch. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Big chance! It's anyone's ball now. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
David De Gea. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And that's been won straight back. Floated through. Now it's Vinicius Junior. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Messi does well to get it back. Played out to the left flank. This looks promising. Van Basten is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Looking for option. And Shevchenko! Goal! Arsenal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Messi. Stojkovic.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And here's Van Basten. He's on it, can he get away? Delivers, towering header! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
It is another opportunity from a set piece they have here. And it's Neymar. Neymar! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Stojkovic. Lovely, now then. Shoots! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
Barcelona with the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Barcelona have scored 2 quick goals here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That has been cut short. Rodri. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And he's intervened well there. Kimmich is always looking to break lines. And it's Serginho. Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Kimmich scooting forward. And it's Stojkovic. Just eases him off the ball. Eder Militao. Silvestre. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Ball played for Conte. Conte. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. He has found the way
2
through.
added minutes has been indicated.
Silvestre. That is Conte. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that signals the end of the first period. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy.
Make sure to put any litter in
The
the bins
midway point of the
provided.
game.
Thank you
I've
for
been
your
left almost
cooperation.
breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Barcelona are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neither of these two want to come off second best, and he's had it nicked away. Arsenal needed that, they really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Played out wide. Conte. Eder Militao. Nice looking ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Messi. And a shot! It's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Lionel Messi!
So again, we have parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week.
Van Basten! Goal! Barcelona! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive.
It's Vieri!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
The attendance for
Well,
this
that's
match
certainly
was
more like it. They can't let the
60,810.
intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the pass is intercepted. Yamal proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 7, Serginho. Number 20.
He is through here. Cross to the back post. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Number 9.
Agbadou
Messi.
is a perfect
Coming on the
combination of
field,
brain and brawn.
Number 14, Luis Diaz.
Arsenal appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Number 18.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Substitution in progress.
Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Played in by Van Basten. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Now it's Mbappe. Chance for a shot! And a neat finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on you. There's the shot! It's loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Robertson. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side. Van Basten! Now, who's going to be first to this? Now the cross. In again. And a header! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Barcelona palpably stronger, better, superior.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Picked out, it's Van Basten! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Diaz. Ferran Torres. Robertson cuts it out. Threads one in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Mohamed Salah gets into a good position. Oh, well played. It's a searching pass. Can he spark a counter here? And he cuts out the supply. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Rice. He's found a way through. And that is as far as it goes. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Van Basten, very much the hero in this game.
Lost children's announcement.
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Barcelona.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So things are underway.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
In with the challenge. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he was quick to react. No way through. Now it's Olise. Olise running with the ball, looking for the run. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Cross into the box. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And this is back. He's had a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Olise. Oh, that's neat. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Stojkovic. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Rijkaard. Olise. He's shifting through the gears here. Robertson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Some really good ball movement. Oh, sweet feet. Carvajal did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Maradona. Batistuta. Roberto Carlos. Drives it. Chance! Oh, good finish. They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And this is Batistuta. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passed somewhat off target and claimed it back swiftly. Roberto Carlos. Griezmann, very much a man of this moment. Gabriel, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Maradona. Gets his head on it! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Arsenal have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Robertson, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And here's Elise. And the finish! Oh, split-second reaction.
Elise actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Good ball over the top. And he welcomes it in.
2 minutos de descuento.
Now it's Yamal. Griezmann cuts out the pass. Now it's Batistuta. And he's had it nicked away. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Roberto Carlos. Now it's Batistuta. Foot in. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Roberto Carlos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Robertson, he leaps for it! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Just eases him off the ball. Vinicius Junior. And this is Van Basten. Yamal! It's bounced back off the post. No, just not quite.
I think his reaction says everything there, Peter. Just a fraction inside. That's all he needed to be.
Cambio de jugadores
Time then for the
en el
first
Barcelona.
substitution of the game.
El dorsal 17, el dorsal 9, el dorsal 13, el dorsal 7, el
That's
dorsal 12.
Batistuta.
Serán sustituidos por el
All up
dorsal
with that
15,
dink over the top.
el dorsal 18,
And he thumps
el
it
dorsal
clear.
14, el dorsal 41, el dorsal 22.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Maradona. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And it's played it. And a header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
That pass isn't the best. Raul. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And this is Batistuta! And that's a sharp finish. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Oh, good climb! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. No, not quite on the same wavelength. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Raul. Roberto Carlos clears it away. Gabriel gets across to intercept that. The final 5 minutes. Batistuta. Pass is just off target.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Rice. Robertson. Has a look and plays it forward. And here's Batistuta. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Raul has created one goal already. Alonso! Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And it's played forward. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Barcelona certainly had some good moments.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. There's the whistle, and here we go. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add, and it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play, and of course the right service into the box.
He's cut it out.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's Salah! Brilliant! Brilliant! Mohamed Salah! A finish right from the top drawer! A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, easy pickings there. Kaká! Kaká! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Barcelona could counter here. And they're quick to get it back. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Kimmich. Kaká. And he's had it nicked away. Cafu. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Yamal. Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen loose again. Oh, good finish. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And it's Robertson. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Can he get it through? He's found a way through. That's very neat. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Vinicius Junior receives it in a wide position. Stojkovic. Kaká, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability.
This is the time you need that pace.
Vieri. Oh, nice touch. And it's Salah. It's Salah! Mo Salah! Sensational! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And again they hit the front. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Mohamed Salah has been caught there, it's a foul. Aimed beyond the defence. Xavi Alonso. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. It's just beyond his reach. Salah. It's a searching pass. Now it's Vieri. He's shifting through the gears here. He's under a lot of pressure there. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oblak claims it. Safe hands.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Can he get onto this? And this is Van Basten. Pressure stays on, it is a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Raya claims comfortable. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking to play him in, and he's picked out the run. He's Vieri! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Xavi Alonso. Cross from Cafu. Dunk getting this one clear. Yamal. He's a sharp little ball here. And this is Van Basten. Now that is a hefty challenge. Oh, good read.
That was...
And that signals the end of the first period. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial...
And he shoots! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Koeman changes him with that pass. Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free. Koeman defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Mohamed Salah will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Vinicius Junior, and he cuts out the supply. Cafu, it's a pretty loose pass. Stojkovic, great vision, and the through ball. Timber, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Stojkovic goes for a shot! He's got a goal! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now, can they get him away?
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Vieri. Looking for the run. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, played through for the wide man. Now it's Van Basten. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Kimmich. Now it's Vieri. Cafu. Hangs one in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And here's Vieri. This ended up in no man's land. Tries to play it through. Corner given.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 5.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Xabi Alonso crossed into the box. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Kaká stood his ground strongly. Mohamed Salah. Rice. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Timber. Incoming delivery.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Played into space. Timber. Timber running with the ball. Milan desperately searching for the winner here. That's good play. Nice physical challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Back to the keeper it goes. Raya punts it upfield. Mbappe wins the duel this time. Looking for options for movement. Timber deals with that comfortably. Mohamed Salah is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That looks a decent ball. Cafu. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Nice bit of trickery. Knocks it into space. Batistuta. Driving on and making good progress. He has found the way through. And here's Mbappe. Bastoni gets a foot in here. And that is as far as it goes. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering...
Oh, great leap! Raul finds himself offside. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He is through here. Oh, he's played it in low, and he's cut it out. Carvajal. Xabi Alonso. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Kimmich. This is a promising build-up. Played out towards the right wing. There's the shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Robertson. Stojkovic. Alaba has got himself a free kick. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes, so we're seeing some conservatism here.
Now it's Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Yamal, caught offside that time. Oh, terrible mistake. Takes a shot! Goal! Barcelona! An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
El dorsal 12.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Vinicius Junior. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Stojkovic. Figo.
Madrid definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
And here's Figo. Yamal. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Alaba. Figo. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Raul. Raul.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
It's a pretty loose pass. And that's gone loose. And no, he's seen through all of that. Bellingham. Raul running with the ball. Stojkovic. Xabi Alonso. And it's Bellingham. Carvajal. He's shifting through the gears here. Vinicius Junior! And he's stuck it away. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And he's intervened well there. Xavi Alonso. Figo. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bellingham. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Looking to play him in. Might be danger. Shot at goal! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they're threatening to fly away here.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
Habrá 3
Figo.
minutos de descuento.
Valverde. Raúl. Looking for the run. Carvajal gets across to intercept that. That's good running with the ball. And here's Van Basten. Little pass back. Shot could be on. Alaba. And for the first half, that is that. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Barcelona are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. The second half is up and running. Thomas somewhat off target. Threads one in. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And that's another good win of the ball. Kimmich. And this is Van Basten. That's been cut out, well played. Van Basten. Oh, right place, right time.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Xavi Alonso. Figo. And it's Figo. Raúl. This looks promising. Valverde. Barcelona, the only team in this, 3-0 already. Now it's Mbappe. Xavi Alonso. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Figo. Just about up to the hour now. Bellingham. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's in a good position here. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Not the most accurate pass. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And it's Kimmich. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Goes for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So changes
9,
afoot here,
el
and
dorsal
from both
13,
sides.
El dorsal 15, el dorsal 5,
Mendy.
el dorsal 20. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 18.
Now it's Hazard.
Morientes.
Morientes. He has found a way through. He's having
El
it!
dorsal 14.
Oh, it's hit the
El
post!
dorsal 8. Casa. Cambio de jugadores.
Alonso. And the shot! And that is a routine catch.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his shapes to shoot! Mohamed Salah. Can he get it through? So no flag here. Raul unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Played back. Looking for options. And the shot! It's a goal!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Madrid may be down, but not out just yet. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, that's a fine interception. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Hazard. Over to the right flank. Pass is just off target. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end. Oh no, this does not look good. He's found a way through. Knocks it into space. And a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Alexander-Arnold. It's Camavinga. And it's Mendy. That's an imaginative pass. Tries the cross. Impressive jump. And he scores. And what a climax we have here. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball.
And Batistuta! And it's in! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
And that's it. Barcelona can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Well, how will we look back on that?
Barcelona really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this.